Hey, konnichiwa, it's Gray from Wakizashi Teahouse over in Japan. How are you doing? You good? Are you genki? Are you excited for some new comics? I know I am. And before I get into the new releases and my picks for this week, I want to shout out, this is the one I'm most looking forward to. Now I know, I'm a bit of a sucker. I've always been a sucker for Batman, I can't help it. It's probably one of the first comics I was buying regularly many years ago, back in the 80s. I think I started buying it just around the time that Frank Miller's Year One was coming out in single issues. Yes, that's how old I am. So I always get excited about a new creative team on Batman. So yeah, looking forward to it. Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez, we'll see how it goes. I'll be buying it tomorrow morning, Japanese time, reading it in the day. Hopefully have a review out Wednesday night, my time. So that's like Wednesday morning stateside. So yeah, but let me know what you think. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to the new team, the new start? We'll see how it goes. But I wish they had the legacy issue numbering on it. But anyway, so without further ado, let's get into Gray's picks for this week. Now, remember, these are my picks. If you've got your own picks, do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you recommend and yeah, what you think I should be reading. Okay, so please keep watching and here we go. Starting with DC, and this one is the big one for me. It's a new #1 for Batman. It's going to be written by Matt Fraction, arts by Jorge Jimenez, colours Tomo Moret, letters by Clayton Cowles. $4.99 for this. It says it's 40 pages. Vast colours in the dark. Is that the name of the title? The story? Maybe. Let me read you the synopsis. A bold new era of Batman starts here. And can I ask you, what do you think about them renumbering it from #1? I wish to keep the legacy numbers on the issue anyway. So all it says is, the best superhero in comics gets a brand new first issue to kick off this new era that will test Batman and Bruce Wayne like never before. Now, let's have a look at some of these variants. Okay, first one here is the Jim Lee variant. Then cover C is by Mark Silvestri. I do like this one. For cover D, we have a J. Scott Campbell variant. Look at the size of his thighs. Cover E is by Frank Quitely. Looks like simple is best here with this one, but I do like Frank Quitely's version of the Bat Belt. Cover F is by Gabriel Delotto. Again, another very atmospheric, kind of gothic, dark cover. And one more is by Julian Todino Tedesco, something like that. It's a double-barreled name, which I can't remember. Oh, I've got to show this one. It's a Stanley Artgerm Lau wraparound variant. Look at that. Very cool. Now, there are a load more. As you can see, it says the main cover is 1 of 50, but a lot of those are like retail exclusive ones. So depending on where you buy your comics, you might be able to get one. You also might be looking to get some in the blind bags. So we'll see how that goes. So let me know in the comments, are you excited for Matt Fraction taking over on Batman? My next pick is Absolute Superman issue 11, written by Jason Aaron, art is by Carmine Falcone, Carmine Di Giandomenico, colours Ulysses Areola and letters Becca Carey. $4.99 for this. The Rage of Superman. For 5 years he's been on the run, hounded across our planet and treated like a criminal. Yet his only crime was being born somewhere else. Now, Superman's rage threatens to engulf the world at the urging of Ra's al Ghul. The only ones who can save the day are Kal-El's dead parents. Main cover here is by Rafa Sandoval. There's a Jay Lee variant here. Pretty simple, but there's something about his style that I've always admired. I like it. It is very unique. And we also have a Jeffrey Spokes variant. My third pick from DC is Batgirl issue 11. This is written by Tate Bromble, arts by Takeshi Miyazawa, colours Mike Spicer, letters Tom Napolitano. Let's have a look. $3.99 for this, by the way. Yes, they do still exist, these $3.99 books from DC. The action-packed conclusion to the Three Swords is here. Cassandra Cain's family history comes calling when the Blood arrives on Dragon Ranch, seeking the Batgirl, dead or alive. When Cass is offered a deadly choice, she must choose between her dark bloodline and all of its power, or being eliminated. Will Batgirl embrace these old family ties, or will she finally accept the new relationship being forged? More revelations unfold when a surprise arrival changes everything, and Lady Shiva's legacy continues to reveal itself. This can't miss issue, folks! Propels Batgirl into the next year of story and a new era for the Bat books. I'm glad to see this is still going, seriously, and I've been enjoying it, so yeah, I'm back on board with this. Let's have a look if there are any variant covers. There are two. There's a very kind of manga style variant here by somebody called Sao Wee. And I do like this one. It's the cover C is by Gabriel Delotto. Pretty cool. Gotham variant, look at that. Next up, JSA issue 11, written by Jeff Lemire. Art is by Diego Olotogui. Colours Louis Guerrero. This is $3.99 as well. So two $3.99 books on my pick list this week. The Injustice Society has the JSA on the ropes, and Wotan's grand plan of releasing the Unnamed Ones is one step closer to reality. But they forgot one thing. The JSA is not just a team, it's a family. It says on the cover, Ragnarok Part 1. Let's have a look for the variant covers. There are two. The first one is by Jorge Corona. And cover C is a Leonardo Romero Hispanic Heritage Month Hawk Girl variant. Didn't know Hawk Girl was Hispanic. Okay. The next one is Adventures of Superman, The Book of L, Issue 1. Written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. The art is by Scott Godlewski. He does this main cover here as well. Colours Alex Guimarães. Let's see, it says $3.99, 32 pages. There's quite a big solicit, so bear with me here. Fan favourite Future State Superman House of L creators Phil Kennedy Johnson and Scott Godlewski reunite for Adventures of Superman Book of L. As the super family settles into a well-earned time of peace, a powerful ally turned enemy invades Earth with an army at his back and a god aspect of Olgren, mad god of the first world. When even the super family lacks the power to stop him, Superman is sent against his will to a place even he's never been, where he'll find allies he could never have expected. Concluding the events of Future State and Phil Kennedy Johnson's Action Comics, the next epic adventure begins here. What do you think, folks? Are you interested in this? There are a couple of variant covers. Let's have a quick look. First one is Dan Mora variant, always worth a look. The next one is a rather strange one. It's by Riccardo Federici. I'm not sure about the angle. It's almost a lot of dead empty space. Well, the bottom half of the cover, there's a lot of empty space there. Unusual for a cover. And the third one is Razar variant. Okay, my final pick from DC Comics this week is Resurrection Man, Quantum Karma, issue 6. Written by Ram V. Art is by Mike Perkins and Anand Radhakrishnan. Can't say it, sorry. Anand RK. Colours Mike Spicer. Letters Aditya Bidikar. Struggling with these names, folks. I know. The main cover here is by artist Jeff Decal. The end is nigh for Resurrection Man as he suffers at the hands of his greatest enemy, himself. But can the two men put their differences aside long enough to save the universe from its imminent death? Gashadokuro, the crazy Japanese villain. Gashadokuro has come and he's ready to feast. At last, finally. It's $4.99 for this, by the way. 32 pages. There's one variant cover. It is the Evan Cagle variant. Quite like this one, pretty cool. So, again, do let me know in the comments, like, have you been reading this mini-series? It's 6 of 6, so that's it. It's over after this. It's over, folks. I've been reading it. I've been quite enjoying it.
No way!
Moving on to Marvel Comics, my first pick is Ultimate X-Men issue 19. Story writer artist is Peach Momoko, and writer it says, but translator as well, Zach Davison. This is $4.99. Shadows of the King and the Astral Plane. Has Hisako been saved? A climactic battle between Armor and Shadow King in the Astral Plane. But what secrets does Kageyama still hold? And what of the Children of the Atom's dependence on his power? Still on board with this, really enjoying it. It's such a different, a unique, and original series. Let's have a look. There are a couple of variant covers. Oh no, there's just one open order, but a couple of incentives. This is one of the incentives, a 1 in 10 Peach Momoko variant with some of the her like costume designs and figure designs. There's a Stephanie Hans 1 in 25, and the ordinary variant is by Nogi-san. Nogi, how you doing? Next up, Amazing Spider-Man issue 11, Legacy issue 975. Written by a lot of people here because it's supposed 75 is a legacy issue. So $7.99, folks.
You what?
64 pages, so it says. Let me list the writers. Jason Liu. Okay. Lee Gatlin, Joe Kelly, Saladin Ahmed, and the artists are Pepe Larraz, Per Perez, Joe Caramagna on letters, pencils John Romita Jr., so another artist. There are a lot of covers here. The main cover, it says, is by Pepe Larraz, yeah. Spidey Goes Cosmic, man. A tale of two Spider-Men. One Spider-Man swings around New York City, meting out justice in an unfriendly manner. Another Spider-Man is found in a distant solar system, running with strange companions. One such companion, a stranger named Simbi, making his first appearance. The next major chapter in Spider-Man's life begins here. On the cover it says, "Who are the two Spider-Men?" So, what do you think? $7.99? Jeez, it's a bit steep, isn't it? I'm lucky enough to be able to get a review copy for this, so I'll be checking it out, but yeah, I don't know if I'd splash out that much on a 975. Maybe if it was issue 1000. Let's have a look at some of the variant covers because, listen to this, there are 9 variants on the open order one, so 9 you suppose you can get easily, and there's plus 3 incentive covers. Okay, no particular order, this is the Samford Green variant. Next we have a Lee Bermejo Amazing Visions variant. Love the way he does his wrinkly costumes. What do you think? Look at the detail in this. Then there's a Luciano Vecchio Disney Stitch variant. Watch out, a Javier Garron spoiler variant. Don't look too closely at this, folks. Benjamin Sue Simbi variant. Is this Simbi? Looks a bit cute. Not sure about this. A Bengal Wretched First Appearance variant. Wretched, Bengal. Okay, the artist is Bengal. There's also a James Kerrigan Retro Halloween Mask variant. Yeah, no thanks. And a Jungan Noon costume variant. Forgotten what it's called. There's also an extra Pepe Larraz promo variant here. Again, I guess there's some spoilers. So is this the new character, Simbi? Have they made a little cutie character? Oh dear me. What do you think of Spidey's cosmic costume? I'm guessing that's what it is there. Next up from Marvel, it is Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu, issue 12. Looking forward to this. Written by Jed McKay, arts by Domenico Carbone, colours Rachel Rosenberg, letters Corey Petit. $3.99 for this, Legacy issue 252. Great cover by David Paratore, I think that's how you pronounce it. It says, "He's not a ghost hunter, but he'll moonlight as one. To settle a score, Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, must help the Wrecker rid himself of the ghosts of his past. Except these hauntings are the real deal. Beset by the spirits of victims of his past misdeeds, Wrecker's last hope is Moon Knight, who decides to leave the Wrecker to his phantasmal judgment." Sounds awesome. There are a couple of variants here. The first one is the Jorge Fornes variant. Pretty creepy that, isn't it? It's like the old plague masks. And we also have a NetEase Games Marvel Mystic Mayhem variant. Wow, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? All New Venom issue 10 is out, written by Al Ewing. Art is by Carlos Gomez. Colours Frank DeMarta. Letters Clayton Cowles. Legacy 249 if you're counting it as Venom. Okay, Venom versus Mary Jane Watson. After the events of last issue, MJ's life is upside down, and there's one symbiote to blame. It's the argument of the century as the world's strangest roommates air all their dirty laundry. But when the last word is said, will any relationship be left standing? Main cover here is by Adam Kubert. Pretty awesome. Okay, there are a couple of variant covers. Should you have a quick look? We have a Ejikura Venom variant with art by, it says TBA, Ejikura. And the next one's too big to fit in me box, ladies. An Alex Ross Timeless Cloak Virgin variant. Is that right? Next up from Marvel, and check this out for a nice bright colourful cover. Spider-Man 94, issue 1. The hit 90s animated series returns. Written by J.M. DeMatteis, arts by Jim Toe, colours Jim Campbell, letters Joe Caramagna. This main cover here is by Nick Bradshaw. After searching to the ends of the multiverse, Peter Parker, the amazing, the spectacular, the radioactive webhead himself, swings back into the streets of New York City with his beloved Mary Jane Watson in tow. But what's this? One of these villains is not like the others. Witness the universe's debut of not one, but 2 Spider-Man's greatest villains from the comics. Legendary spider scribe J.M. DeMatteis and rising star artist Jim Toe bring you the return that you've all been waiting for. 30 years, folks. You're never going to expect the twists and turns ahead for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Break out your action figures and post up in front of the TV as we bring you back to the greatest era of animated superhero television in history. $4.99, 32 pages. Okay, for variant covers, we've got a Ron Lim variant here. Quite like this one. There's a very cool John Tyler Christopher action figure variant, Symbiote Spider-Man. This one's just called the Marvel Animation variant. And there's also the classic blank variant. Okay, do you want to have a look at a preview of the issue? First few pages? Let's have a look, shall we? Check the roster of rogues, all the villains on the side here. Looking pretty cool. Okay, let's get some proper art. Apparently Kane from Kung Fu. No, I'm joking. Kane is in this. Here we go. We've got Peter Parker, Spider-Man saying, "I'm happy." Mary Jane is back, we're finally together, and nobody is ever going to take her away again. Famous last words, right? Just give you an idea of the art. It's bright, it's colourful, it's fairly simple. It's a bit of a different looking Peter Parker, but I guess it's based on the 94 animation, which I haven't seen, by the way. There you go. What do you think, folks? Are you interested in this? Will you be picking it up? My final pick from Marvel. This is a bit of a surprise. I had no idea this was coming out. It is Doctor Strange issue 450. Featured creators are writer-artist Christian Ward, writer Ashley Allen, writer Derek Landy, writer J. Michael Straczynski, and writer Roger Stern. We have artists listed as Ivan Fiorelli, Ig Guara, letters are by Corey Petit. No colorist listed so far, but let's have a look. It says, by the way, $4.99 for this. As turmoil seizes Asgard, Doctor Strange's life is about to change forever. But as he stands on the threshold of a true journey into mystery, it turns out the past isn't quite done with him yet. Fan favourite creators reveal untold tales of Stephen Strange's past, while current scribe Derek Landy reveals a glimpse of the future to come, as Marvel celebrates 450 issues of Doctor Strange. Looking pretty cool. Main cover here is by Leniel Francis Yu. There are a couple of open order covers. Should we have a quick look at them? This first one is by Kevin Nolan. And we also have a NetEase Games Marvel Mystic Mayhem variant. I've got to say the 1 in 25 Mark Buckingham variant has also caught my eye. A real classic looking 1970s style Doctor Strange there. Pretty psychedelic, man. What do you think, folks? Any interest in this?
Just a love machine. And I don't work for nobody but you.
And I just have two picks from other publishers, although there are quite a few out this month. The first one is from IDW. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 11. Wow, up to 11 already. Written by Jason Aaron. Main art is by Juan Ferreira. Letters Sean Lee. The cover here is by Jorge Fornes. And there are quite a few variant covers I'll get to in a minute. $4.99 for this. It says, with the Ninja Turtles on trial for a murder they didn't commit, Casey Jones fighting for his life in a devastating coma, and the city overrun by Foot Patrol thugs, New York has but one hope to turn the tide. April O'Neil? And then there's a question mark. This has been a really good series so far, in my opinion. Really enjoying this. So come on, let's have a look at the variant covers. Cover B is a Kevin Eastman variant. C is by Juan Ferreira. Ooh, look at this. Javier Rodriguez has got cover D for you. The E cover is by Carl Kershaw. And there's one more by Joe Doyle. Man, there's a heck of a lot to pick from. Which one would you go for out of those? Good luck. And from Image Comics we have Everything Dead and Dying issue 1. That's right, it's a new number 1. Written by Tate Bromble. Art and colours are by Jacob Phillips, Sean Phillips' son here. Colours Pip Martin, letters Aditya Bidikar. This is $4.99 for 40 pages. Here we go. Everything Dead and Dying follows Jack Chandler, the sole survivor of the zombie apocalypse, hunkered down in his rural farming community. But rather than eliminate them, Jack has chosen to continue living alongside the undead, including the husband and adopted daughter he fought so hard to have. But when his town is discovered by outsiders, Jack suddenly becomes the one thing standing in the way of those who hope to kill his family for good. Wow. Great sounding creative team for this. I'm going to have a look at some of the variant covers. There's a Jacob Phillips cover V variant. There's a 1 in 10 Josh Hickson variant here. Reminds me of Walking Dead cover, this. A really good 1 in 25 Sean Phillips variant. If I could get one, I'd probably go for this. There's an open order Charlie Adlard variant. Ooh, oh my god, what is he feeding this thing here? And that's all. So as always, do let me know your picks. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Do let me know what you're picking up, what you're looking forward to, what you might recommend that I've missed. And as always, yeah, thanks for watching this far. This has been Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse, signing off for the night here. Matane.
He swaps his longsword for a Wakizashi, so